Now that is what I like to see.
How do you make money for nothing?
What's the story behind this?
The answer could be hiding in over 20 million tonnes of household waste thrown out by us every year.
And I'd like to have that one as well. That's quite
Sure, if you want.
That's why reclamation expert Jay Blades wants to get his hands on things before they hit the skip.
I've been a builder, I've been a philosophy student, and now I'm a furniture restorer. So I know more than most about transformation. I revamp the old into the new and then sell it on for a profit.
And with some of the country's elite designers and makers.
I know it might not look like much.
So it's in a bit of a state.
He can transform his finds into desirable,
But like, wow.
valuable,
I weren't expecting that.
and hopefully saleable items.
Kev, you've done it again, sir.
If Jay is successful, then he can hand the profits back to the very people who had no idea there was cash to be made from their trash.
I'm shocked! Jay, I'm shocked!
Altrincham Recycling Centre in the northwest of England is the final resting place for tons and tons of trash.
The name's Blades, Jay Blades, and I've got a licence to rummage, so I best get to work.
Jay's here more as a rubbish raker than a moon raker, looking for those diamonds in the dump which we all know are forever, hoping to find 3 items to transform for your eyes only.
The only thing I want to be cleaning up is a profit.
But before you dash down to your local dump, you should know that Jay has special permission to be here.
There's enough horsing around. It's time to get me a winner.
Let's see if that winner is in the boot of Phil's car.
How you doing, mate? You all right? Oh,
How's it going? You all right?
Yeah, I'm very good. What's this?
It's an old chimney.
So how long have you had that then?
Probably about.
Oh, you've got all the
10
mod
years.
cons with it as well?
Yeah, it's got the lead.
Yeah. So you've had that. No, so you can stick that down for a minute. You've had this about 10 years then?
Yeah. It's been in my mum's garden.
Oh, so what are you doing here? You're getting rid of furniture?
Furniture from a garage, my mum's garage.
Oh, you're doing the sun thing, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, no, well done, man. It's got to be done, isn't it? So this would have, like,
Yeah,
wood in it?
just firewood, yeah.
I've got an idea of what to do with this. So,
Yeah.
if you don't mind,
Yeah.
can I take this?
Of course you can, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Sure, your mum won't mind.
Oh, no.
Because I don't want to get in trouble, not with mums. It's not right, OK?
Don't worry, it'd be me in trouble, not you.
Right. Well, I'm going to be off then. Oh, God, blimey, it's heavy, isn't it?
Right, don't drop it.
Oh, no, try not to.
No need to worry, Phil. Jay's a safe pair of hands when it comes to handling rubbish.
I'm really surprised he's taken it. My mum used to put old twigs in it and burn them. All the pruning off the bushes and what have you. She used to just put them all in there and burn it. So I'd be interested to see what he does with it.
Now, what we don't want this to do is churn out some heat because the sun is out doing its job. But what I do need it to do is churn out a nice, tidy profit.
And Jay knows just the maker to help. Daniel Heath has a passion for all things salvaged and sustainable. He's an award-winning wallpaper designer who loves adding an artistic flair to bespoke furniture pieces.
My style is quite illustrative. There's always a lot of drawing in my work. Yeah, it's not really work, it is my passion, it is my life. I think anyone who makes anything has to try and live it. Yeah, I really enjoy it.
Things are certainly going to hot up for Daniel when Jay delivers his terracotta fire pot. With 1 item found, Jay's hunt continues for 2 more. And here in Altrincham, there's all sorts in the melting pot.
Now, this isn't going to cook me up a profit. Best go and find something that will.
If it's a recipe for success you're after, Sid's arrived with a boot full of ingredients to throw into the mix.
Oh, that looks good. Hello. How you doing?
Very well, thanks, yeah.
I'm Jay. You
Hello,
are?
Jay, yeah, nice to meet you.
Likewise.
What are you doing with those?
I don't know yet. What are they?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
When my
These are
wife
curtains,
was-
aren't they?
Yeah, but
Would
look,
not-
that looks... My wife would have said that's for the top, I think.
Yeah.
But they're for the dump.
So how long have you had these then? These frilly things?
Well, at least, well, she died 2009, so it'd be before that. Wow. Yeah, you know. They've been stuck in a room, which is a tip, and I'm in the process of sorting out.
You don't mind if I take all of these then?
Of course you can.
Yeah? You sure?
Not just mine. I'm pleased that somebody's going to use them.
Yeah, all right. Oh, you've got curtains as well in there, look.
Look, well, there you are.
Wow, there's loads in there.
Take them out.
Yeah.
Throw them over your shoulder. or
I will
whatever.
have to, and look, it looks like you came prepared. You knew we was coming.
No.
You having a shave?
No. Doesn't it?
Don't work.
These, no, they don't. They don't work. They're for the. Can I throw these?
You throw these. Yeah, I don't need them. I'll
You
have
don't
these
need
though.
those. You'll
But
have those.
I'll stay in contact. All right.
Okay.
Thank you for that.
All right.
Brilliant.
Cheerio.
That could have been a close shave for Sid, but fortunately Jay just carried away the curtains. Does Sid have any ideas what might become of them?
It's a mystery. If he can make something from these, or not him or an assistant, then I will be overjoyed.
I know what you're thinking. This is not the most cutting-edge design, but you can't be picky when you're down at the recycling centre. And I've got double bubble here. I've got calico on the back, and then I've got all of this fabric here as well. Come on, that's a winner.
And Jay knows an artisan who's about to get a curtain call. Sarah Peterson creates one-of-a-kind pieces of furniture and is a big fan of a bold and bright design. Her passion is to take the old and drab and make it funky and fab.
I love retro print, I love colour. My style is maybe a bit more kind of bold and loud and colourful. I'm very lucky that I get to do what I really, really enjoy every single day, so there's not many people that can say that.
Well, Sarah, you might be feeling lucky now, but wait till you see what Jay has in store for you.
Gloves are on, let's go and rummage.
With 2 items found, Jay's still on the hunt for something to work on himself.
You've got to have a bit of music while you're working, ain't you? Look.
It's difficult to hide musical talent, but Jay's managing it quite well. Maybe you should stick to rummaging. Right on cue, Sinead has arrived with a boot full of interesting jumble.
Hello.
Hi.
You all right?
Yes, thanks.
My name's Jay.
Hi, Jay. I'm Sinead.
So what are you doing there? You having a jumble sale?
No, I'm just getting rid of a few things.
All of
Have
this?
to make space.
So who did this belong to then, and how long have you had the stuff in it?
It's family stuff, really.
Right. And you're getting rid of it?
Yeah. Yeah, we don't have enough space for everything, so we
Okay.
kind of need to make room for more stuff.
And the teapot, obviously,
Yeah.
you've got a new one now, haven't you?
Yes.
You don't need that.
Yes, coffee pot, I think it was
it's a coffee-
originally.
Oh, I like
Who
that.
uses the coffee pot?
Oh, that's nice. How long have you had this?
Too long.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What, have you
Never
not-
use it.
Yeah, it's not been used, is it? There's
No.
there's nothing in there. Wow. If it's all right with you, could I take everything that's in this container?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah?
You're welcome to it.
Cool. Thank you for that.
Jay's bagged a box of assorted glassware, but what would Sinead like to see happen to it?
Chandelier or a pendant light or, I don't know, something like that would be great.
Oh, that does sound good.
So I've got a lot of bits here, but the ones that I really want to focus on are the ones that I'm going to make the most money out of. And it's these 3 here. And they're beautiful, lovely cut crystal. I've got a bright idea, but you're just going to have to wait and see.
Hang on, give me a minute to look deep into this crystal bowl. I might be able... Oh, never mind. Jay has salvaged 3 items. Daniel will deal with the chiminea, the cast-off curtains will be sent to Sarah, and Jay will take on the collection of glassware.
The recycling centre, yet again, hasn't let me down. I've got 3 great items. Now the real work starts. I've got to get to it.
Stratford, East London, is home to the Queen Elizabeth Olympic Park, London's aquatic centre and Daniel's workshop. which is about to receive a visit from Jay and his Terracotta Chiminea.
I primarily print, so anything that I can put an image on is really useful. But, you know, you just never know what you're going to get. It's whatever's going to catch his eye on the day, I suppose, so fingers crossed.
Yep, keep your fingers, toes and anything else you've got crossed, Daniel.
So I'm here in East London to see Daniel, and I can't wait to see his reaction to this. It's a challenge, hopefully he's up to it.
Let's hope Daniel's always had a burning ambition to work on one of these.
How we doing, mate?
Hello, Jay. I was going to say, I wonder what you bought me, but there it is.
No more guessing.
No.
How we doing,
Right,
sir?
yeah, I'm good, thanks.
You all right?
Yeah, it's very unflat.
Yeah, it's very unflat, but it's a chimney. And have you ever worked on a chimney before?
Well, I've got one in my garden.
Okay.
But I haven't thought about doing anything with it, you know.
What I was thinking is somehow printing your lovely print on there. Okay. Somehow.
The only way that I'd be able to do that maybe is in either very small areas or you know, just hand painting it. And the surface is so gone.
Yeah.
It's a nice colour, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
The material. I wonder if we smash it.
Oh, what? Smash it?
Smash it to bits.
It might be bad, but will smashing it help?
If I smash it up, I can then take all the bits and then I can set it in something. So whether that's a resin or a concrete or something like that, and make a new surface out of it. And then we've got much more kind of flexibility for what the final outcome looks like as well.
I like that.
The plan is to smash it up and make it into a surface, which, knowing Daniel, will end up as some kind of furniture.
I love it. So how much we talking?
Well, I think, you know, 600 to 700 quid would work.
If we could settle on 650, I'm a happy bumblebee.
OK, sounds good.
Good.
Excellent.
And then I can smash it. Can we smash it now? But you're not ready, are you?
Well, I think
I'd like to smash it.
We'll prepare the space for a good smashing.
OK. Well, I'm going to love you and leave you. And when it's finished, just let me know.
Brilliant.
All
Cheers,
right?
Jay.
I trust you're going to do a great job, sir.
Cheers,
All right?
Jay.
Let
Thanks
me know
very
when
much.
it's done. You take care.
Smashing sounds fun. Setting in resin, great. But what's it going to be?
Now, Daniel's a very creative man, so I know he's going to smash it. But then what's he going to do with it? Just have to wait and see, eh?
There's no way I can print on this. It's not flat at all. So it is left of field, but I'm really excited about the challenge. I'm really excited about smashing it. But yeah, I think it'll be a fun piece to work on.
So everyone's going to have a great time, but no one knows exactly what Jay will end up with. With a whopping £650 agreed, will this unconventional approach provide a profit? Or will Jay's project end up in bits? Our next pulse of call is north of the border, where Sarah has received a delivery of cast-off curtains at her workshop in Perth. There's plenty of material to work with, but what will Jay have in mind? Time for a chat.
Hello.
All right, Sarah, it's Jay. How you doing?
Hi. Hi, Jay. I'm fine.
Cool.
Jay's keen to share an idea that he's had for the material.
The idea that I kind of had was making a series of cushions, really. What do you think of that?
I think maybe cushions, I'd maybe do, I don't know, 3 or 4 different cushions, and it might be about £25 a cushion.
If I leave you with that budget of £25, as many cushions as you can make, and as soon as they're done, I'll come up and pick them up.
That's great. I look forward to seeing you.
All right. Thanks a lot.
Okay. Right,
Take
bye.
care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
The curtains are to become cushions, but knowing Sarah, they won't be basic, ordinary cushions that anyone could knock up. Right, Sarah?
Okay, I've been looking for some inspiration for these cushions that I was speaking to Jay about. And I've always been inspired by owls, so I would like to use the owl design and pattern in the cushions. So we'll start with this one.
As I thought, way beyond my meagre sewing talents.
I was thinking about the fabric, and the frilly bit that's there, I was thinking I could maybe use that as part of the wing detail, like for feathers and things. So it would just be stitched onto the outside of the body so it can still flap about a little bit. And then I'd probably also have to add on different types of fabrics, so say a felt, for instance, to make out the eyes, because if you use the same frilly fabric for the eyes, you're not going to see them. So that was my plan, anyway. It's a bit googly-eyed. I promise my cushion will look better than my picture.
Jay agreed a price of £25 per cushion. But will the design of the owl make him scowl, or will he make honey and plenty of money? Having sent on the curtains and dropped off the fire pot, it's back to the workshop in Wolverhampton, where Jay has brought the collection of crystal glasses and decanters. Let's hope his idea won't be as smashing as Daniel's.
So I bet you're wondering what I'm going to do with these. Well, I'm not going to fill them with alcohol. I'm going to turn them into decorative lights. And luckily for me, I've got Stourbridge, which is up the road. And Stourbridge is the glass blowing, cutting capital. And what I need to do is get these cut so I can work inside them. Now, the only problem with working with glass is that you've got to get it right. So I can get my 2 decanters and my vase cut, but these little ones are what I'm going to have to do. So I'm going to be drilling holes in these. I have done it before, but with glass, if you get it wrong, you're kind of in trouble because you can't glue it back together. It just smashes. So, yeah, you're going to have to wish me luck on this one.
With the decanters and vase being sent to Stourbridge to be cut, it's time for Jay to crack on with the glasses. Well, maybe not crack on.
I just have to stay focused on this rather than look at you guys. I'm dealing with dangerous stuff, glass.
So it's best to leave it to professionals like Jay. Protective gloves and glasses are essential, and if you're planning to do this a lot, a suitable protective mask is recommended. Jay's using a carbide drill bit, which is just right for drilling holes in glass.
That's gone through very nicely now. It's the right size 10mm hole, but the big test is the wire.
Oh, nice colours there, Jay.
Oh, yeah, that fits. It's perfect.
That is a relief.
OK, on to the next one. So this glass, I wasn't gonna drill it because the stem is 10mm. My drill bits are 8mm. It's a mil either side. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. Don't do it, Jay. I'm gonna give it a go.
Is this wise, Jay? I'm not sure I can watch.
So far, so good, but it could be my famous last words. So that's the end of that story.
What were you saying about famous last words?
Got these back from the glass cutters, and they're not just any old glass cutters. They do work for the Queen. So this is tip-top. The edges are smooth. I wish you had feeler vision on the telly because this is very tactile. Now, they've done a brilliant job. Now it's my turn.
The next task is to glue the cut parts back together, but not as they were, in a mix and match fashion to create new crystal lampshades.
You have to work quickly because this dries. So if the glue dries on here, there's no turning back.
With the added pressure of the quick-drying epoxy resin, there's no room for error. If Jay gets this wrong, there's very little he can do to rescue his plans.
So that is glued. That's cool. So now, wire coming through, light attached to there. That's it. So all that's left to do, really, is attach the wire to the end of these while I wait for those two to fully dry. I'm not going to take this one off, this baby here, because that's got the least kind of contact area. So I want that to really form and really glue, actually. So if it glues, brilliant. If it doesn't, back to the drawing board. But in the meantime, I can get busy with these babies.
Jay spent £155.30. Will he be able to crystallise a profit? Or will his high costs curtail his chances? In East London, it's Daniel's turn. We know the old Chiminea is about to meet a brutal end. We just don't know what it's to become.
Okay, so Jay has bought me this Chiminea that has seen better days, and I've thought about lots of different things I could do with it. I'm going to smash it and I'm going to make it into a table. So my first challenge today is going to be smashing it, getting all the pieces. I don't even know how it's going to smash or what's going to be, you know, inside it in terms of material. So that's going to be a real adventure.
The old Chiminea is about to become a table.
Very satisfying. Lovely red colour in there as well. It's going to be great.
That's a relief, because there's definitely no turning back now.
I'm sure you're all wondering how this becomes a table.
Yeah, you're right, I am.
I'm going to set it into resin. Ideally, I want to break it into pieces that are sort of this size or smaller. And the reason that I want to do that is that I want the terracotta to appear as flecks in the resin. And when I sand it back, you'll see parts of it on the surface. The finer dust also will provide a nice colour to the resin as well, which will hopefully create like a sort of a rust colour or a blush throughout the whole table surface. But we'll see.
Daniel is going to mix the terracotta pieces into a liquid resin, pour it into a mould and leave it to set hard. When it's removed, he should have a tabletop. Well, that's the plan.
It's actually really good fun smashing this because at first I wasn't sure how it was going to turn out. Now I know that it's you know, got this beautiful colour. It's actually a real joy to smash it up.
Daniel hopes that his table design will look simple and elegant when it's finished, and he has a plan to use sophisticated engineering to strengthen the structure.
I've done a whole bunch of drawings here to help me kind of refine the design, and I've gone for this sort of table shape that I've got here with all the flecks of the terracotta coming through onto the surface, which Jay hasn't seen yet because I've only just come up with it. So I really hope he likes it, fingers crossed. I'm going to set a plate into the mould itself, which I've never done before. So essentially I'm going to be setting in a bolt system like this, as you can see here, and clamped between the nut and the bolt head there should be a plate. So hopefully with a good few of these in, it should be strong enough to hold the table legs.
The theory sounds good, but Daniel's never done this before.
So what I've got here are the small pieces of the terracotta chiminea that I smashed up earlier. As you can see, there's quite a few of these pieces. I'm going to scatter them here into the mould so we get some sense of what it might look like. So there's many, many more of these than we've got here, and they'll be all through the material. So now my concern is that actually, you know, it's quite brittle stuff, so it might actually make the surface less strong than it needs to be. So what I've got is I've got some strands of fiberglass that I can set into the resin as well, that will make it much stronger. But also, if there is an accident and someone falls onto the table or something like that, it's not going to smash, it's just going to break. So that's really going to provide some essential strength there.
You're absolutely right, Daniel. Better safe than sorry. On the banks of the River Tay in Scotland's newest city, Perth, Sarah's agreed to make as many cushions from the cast-off curtains as possible, and she's starting with an owl design.
Okay, so I've got my piece of paper for my template. This template is slightly trickier than if you're just making, say, a square cushion, because it's got all these little different kind of shapes and things. I've got to make sure that I draw them correctly so that they're going to show up. The template's going to be quite big. I can make it whatever size I want because I'm stuffing it by hand. So that's roughly a shape that I would like to go with.
The history of curtains as we know them today is closely linked with glass production. When plate glass became popular for large windows in the 17th century, the craze for curtains emerged.
Okay, this is the fabric, so I'm going to basically remove the lining fabric because I don't need to use that part.
Uh-oh, looks like it's curtains for those curtains. Initially, they were only within reach of the wealthy, but by the mid-1800s, mass textile production machinery made curtains more widely available, so just about anyone who wanted them could have them.
This is one part of the template. This is the back of the cushion, and I'm going to cut round it just now, but I've got to leave a seam allowance when I stitch it up. So I'm going to leave 1.5 centimetres going all the way around the pattern. So when I use a sewing machine on it, it doesn't get too small.
For those of you not familiar with sewing jargon, the seam allowance is the distance beyond the template outline. Here, Sarah is cutting 1.5 centimetres bigger all the way round. I bet I can guess what's next. It's the eyes that give owls their wise appearance, but few people know they can't move them, although their heads can spin almost all the way round, which makes up for it, I think.
Okay, so there's my finished piece, kind of finished. I saw these ones, these bits of tie back, and I kind of thought I could use these as wings or something to represent feathers on the wings. So I'm not sure how I'm going to do it, but I've got to try and position them on here in lines, stitch them on, and try and get them into a kind of wing shape.
If you're not sure how you're going to get them into a wing shape, does that mean you're winging it? After a lot of thought, Sarah has come up with a plan to attach the wing-like frills, which is good news if these cushions are going to fly off the shelves.
So now all I've got to do is stuff my owl cushion and then stitch it up at the base, and that's us done. So I've just then got to think about what other animals I can do.
What about a pony? Or a rhinoceros? A camel? A penguin maybe? A dolphin? Giraffe? A panda? In Wolverhampton, Jay's been delicately working his magic with the assorted collection of glassware.
So, we got there in the end. The drilling, well, I did have my doubts, and I bet you was biting your fingers. But, to tell the honest truth, they look amazing. And with all of that hard work gone into them, why shouldn't they?
Well, that sounds promising, although when he first found them, it was hard to see the light amongst all that lot. But now, they've been turned into a collection of crystal decanter lamps. The decanter bottoms were professionally cut, opening up exciting new shapes for Jay to fill with light. Jay's delicately drilled holes allow the new lights to be suspended by colourful woven flecks. And with the addition of antique replica bulbs, these light fittings would be a bright addition to any contemporary home. The lights were pat tested and checked by a qualified electrician to ensure they meet all UK safety standards.
I think you have to agree, these have been a bright idea. Now I just got to get on and sell them.
When Jay met Sinead, she was having a clear out.
Hello.
Hi.
So what are you doing there? You having a jumble sale?
No, I'm just getting rid of a few things that have kind of come to the end of their life.
And she could see the potential in her giveaway glassware.
Chandelier or a pendant light or, I don't know, something like that would be great.
You're absolutely right, Sinead. They are great. Jay wasted no time in advertising the new lights online, and quick as a flash, they were heading to a new home with a private buyer. Jay's returned to Altrincham to catch up with Sinead to show her what became of her glassware and to hand over some profit.
Hello.
Hi, Jay.
How you doing?
Lovely to see you again.
Likewise. How you been?
Good.
Yeah?
Yeah, good. How have you been?
I've been busy. I've been. It's good busy.
Right.
But I've been working. So, do you remember the items that you brought to the recycling centre?
Yes, yes. Vague memory of them, yes.
Well, I'm pleased to tell you that was a little project I did myself.
Right.
And what I turned your glassware into was fancy lights.
Oh my goodness, that's...
So this is your, this is the vase.
And that's
Your flower
the glass.
pot, and that's the glass. And then we've got the decanter.
It's gorgeous.
You like it?
Oh, I love it.
Oh,
I
thank
love
you.
it. Oh goodness, they look so nice.
You like?
I do.
Yeah?
I do.
Well, I'm pleased to tell you that I was able to sell those as well. And I have for you a profit of £39.70. So that's all for you.
Oh my goodness. Well, thank you very much, because if you hadn't sold them, I would have definitely wanted to buy them.
Oh, good. So what are you going to do with the money?
Dare I say, buy new glasses?
It's your money. You can do what you want with it.
Oh,
all right?
thank you, Jay.
Okay. It's been a pleasure. Okay, come here. See you later. Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Another bright idea successfully completed.
Now, that was a clear-cut winner. Sinead's face lit up when I showed her what I did with her decanters. Now, what more could I ask for?
The costs involved in the decanter transformation were £155.30p. The new lights sold for a total of £195, which left Sinead with a profit of £39.70, which she's planning to spend on new glasses. In his East London studio, Daniel is putting the finishing touches to an Olympic-sized transformation of the old terracotta Chiminea. And just in time, because Jay's arriving.
I'm really excited to show Jay this because it's such a total transformation. I think the Chiminea coming in here and it coming out in a completely different form is going to be really exciting for Jay.
I'm excited to see how Daniel got on with that Chiminea. Wonder if he's cooked me up a winner. Let's go and take a look.
The last time Jay saw Daniel, he left him with an old terracotta Chiminea, which was hardly setting the world alight. But now, it would be fair to say that Daniel has smashed it. Gone is the old Chiminea, broken up into tiny chunks which were added to synthetic stone resin and moulded into an amazing sleek and modern table. The top has been sanded, smoothed and polished, leaving a marble-like appearance. Daniel has chosen an irregular circular shape and added chic minimal hairpin legs. It's quite a transformation, but will it wow Jay?
Daniel.
Hello, Jay. How you doing?
Oh, very good.
There's a Chiminea.
You've done it again, ain't you?
It's quite a transformation, isn't it?
It's an unbelievable transformation. Like, it was a chimney pot that I left you with. Now it's a proper table. Because don't get me wrong, but when you said what you was going to do, I kind of had my doubts. I was just like...
Me too.
Is he going to do it? But look what you've done, man. Now that is proper organic.
It was never going to be completely flat because of the way that I did it, but
I love it that way, man.
And it's kind of organic feeling.
It's absolutely beautiful, I think. Now, how did you do this? Because I know you said you was going to smash it, which you wouldn't allow me to do. Yeah. All right. You was going to smash it, and then you're going to fuse it all together. But I envisioned it being like a resin. But what is this? How's it held together?
Well, it is a resin,
Yeah.
but it's almost like a synthetic stone.
Okay.
So yeah.
So you've sanded this then to get it to feel like that?
Yeah, sanded and then skimmed it with more synthetic stone, sanded and taken it back layer after layer.
God, blimey.
Yeah, it was quite labour intensive.
Yeah, I can believe that.
Jay's impressed, but labour intensive doesn't sound cheap.
This looks absolutely perfect in my eyes, but money-wise, how did we do?
We did fine, yeah. I mean, the materials and everything definitely came in on budget. Buying the synthetic stone, the legs,
Yeah.
and, you know, there's not a hell of a lot of material to it.
It is absolutely perfect. Just need some placemats. You don't make placemats, do you?
I don't.
You need to get on that. You're missing a trick, mate. Because me and you will have this in our house in no time. All right, thank you for that. I'll get that picked up. You
Cheers,
take care,
Jay.
yeah?
Take care.
All right.
I'm delighted at Jay's reaction to what I've done with the Chiminea because, you know, it was hard work. It was very labour intensive, but, you know, the result was worth it in the end, so I'm very happy.
Now, Daniel smashed that terracotta, made a beautiful table. Now it's my job to sell it.
When Phil pulled into the recycling centre, Jay chose the Chiminea from his boot full of rubbish.
So how long have you had that then?
Probably about.
Oh, you've got all the
10
mod
years.
cons with it as well?
Yeah, it's got a lid.
With the terracotta trash secured, Phil had a sound piece of advice for Jay.
Oh, couple of it's heavy, isn't it?
Right, don't drop it.
Oh, no, try not to.
If he had, he would have saved Daniel a job. The cool new table was advertised on social media, and it wasn't long before it was on its way to a private buyer, providing Jay with a pocket full of profit.
I haven't been able to get back in contact with Phil since meeting him down at the recycling centre, but I'm delighted to say that I've made a 50 quid profit from his Chiminea, and that'll be going straight to charity.
The costs to transform the Chiminea were £650. The new table sold for £700, which leaves a profit of 50 quid, heading straight to children in need. With 2 items down and 2 profits made, the pressure is on. In the hope of making it a hat trick, Jay is headed north to Sarah's workshop to collect some cushions.
I'm here in Perth to see Sarah, and I can't wait to see what she's done with those curtains I dropped off.
I'm excited about Jay coming in today, I think. I got an old pair of fuddy-duddy curtains to make something out of. So we discussed kind of making some cushions, but I've done them with a slightly different twist. So we'll see what he has to say when he sees them.
Cushions with a twist sounds very interesting, and Jay's no idea what to expect. When he found the old curtains, their time was about to draw to a close. But now, Sarah has reimagined them into cute, cuddly animal cushions. Aww. She's created an elephant, owl, cat, fish and a dog using templates of her very own designs. Not only has the curtain material been used, but the tie-backs have been cleverly integrated too. Offcuts of contrasting material have been used as eyes, beaks and ears. They might be cuddly, but will they appeal to Jay's softer side?
Hello, sir.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm very well.
All right? God, blimey. You have...
Cushions.
No, they're not just cushions, are they?
They're animal cushions.
These are really cute. So what did you keep of the original? Well, I can see what you've kept of the original, but all of these bits to come up with these ideas. So what have you done?
But this is still from the original fabric you gave me. These were the tie-backs. But all these bits of, like, discs fabrics here, they're all just bits of fabric that I had lying about that complemented the curtain material.
Yeah.
But the majority of the actual piece is made from the curtain.
Yeah. Because I thought I was getting cushions, but I've got animal cushions.
I know, but you can't... I mean, cushions, just using the fabric you gave me, I mean, the fabric was needing something else done to it. So I thought, let's just try different shapes.
You're being very polite. What was the fabric like? Was it a bit dated?
It was a bit dated, and it wasn't really my cup of tea. When I first saw it, I was like, oh, what's Jay done to me?
Oh, sorry.
So, but I think on an animal, it looks great again.
It looks perfect on an animal. I would not have thought... I thought cushions, brilliant. But now I see these, I'm just like, wow.
Animal cushions.
Animal cushions. And they're just so squashy. It's like you just want to hold on to them. It's unbelievable. No, seriously. Have you tried this?
Yeah.
I think Jay's found some new friends. Don't get too attached, though. You need to find them a new home, remember. Let's find out about the budget.
So, the budget was cool then?
The budget was good, yes.
Didn't go over?
No, not at all. £25 a cushion, and it came in, yeah.
Perfect. £25 a cushion, and how squashy these are.
Yeah.
So you do make it worth my while coming up to Scotland, even just to have a hug.
From an elephant.
From an elephant. Right, I can't be hugging that all day. I've got to go, and I've got to get these sold. I'll speak to you soon.
OK,
Take care. Sarah never ceases to amaze me. What she's done is made animal cushions out of those dated curtains. And they're so squashable. All I've got to do is get them a new home.
When Jay met Sid at the tip, it was straight down to business.
I'm Jay.
Hello, Jay. Yeah, nice to meet you.
Likewise.
What are you doing with those?
I don't know yet. What are they?
Establishing they were curtains, Jay was keen to close the deal.
You don't mind if I take all of these then?
Of course you can.
Yeah? You sure?
Not just mine. I'm pleased that somebody's going to use them.
That someone turned out to be Sarah, who very cleverly created a range of animal cushions. No sooner were they advertised online than they were on their way to an independent gift shop in Wombourne, run by Hilary.
I just love the animal cushions. I was delighted with them when I came and opened the parcel and saw them inside. I don't know which one's my favourite. They're all just gorgeous and they're so beautifully made. I think my customers are going to love them, which I'm just thrilled about as well. And hopefully they will fly off the shelves too.
Jay's returned to Altrincham to catch up with Sid, show him how his curtains ended up and hand over the profit.
Oh, that's it. You're all right, mate?
Thanks very much, yeah.
That's good. So do you remember the old curtains that you brought down to the recycling centre?
Yeah, I do, yeah.
So how long did you have those curtains for?
I haven't got a clue. My daughter said, you've got to clear the place out. There's a lot of rubbish about.
I took her to an artisan in Scotland called Sarah, and she turned your curtains into...
Hey, that's brilliant.
So we've got
a little elephant.
A little elephant. We've got a dog there. That looks like an owl. And that one, I'm sure you must know what that is. Look at that.
A fish.
A fish. Well, I'm pleased to tell you that we was able to sell those as well. So I've got, for you, a nice profit of...
No
£50.
No way.
Yes,
Can I just
where
get
you
somebody to
going?
put it in?
What are you going? That's yours.
Brilliant.
Yeah?
Yeah, that is brilliant. For me throwing, you stopping me throwing that
the
thing,
curtains.
that could have been throwing that.
So what are you going to do with the money then?
I'm going to, I'll give it to breast cancer.
All right, why is that?
My wife would have given it to breast cancer. I think it's an excellent cause.
That is right, yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
So that's
what you're going to do with it?
£50.
That's good.
Yeah, I'll be delighted. I'll tell them how they came across it. They are.
Oh, bless
Look
you.
at that.
No, that's a brilliant cause.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to be off this, Sid.
Yeah, okay.
And no doubt I might see you again down at the recycling centre.
That would be a coincidence.
All right, you take care now.
OK,
See
thanks
you later.
very much.
Bye-bye. Now, that couldn't have worked out any better. Sid was totally blown away by the transformation, and he loved all the animals. The money is going to a great cause, so that's my day sewn up.
It cost £125 to turn Sid's curtains into cushions. Jay managed to sell them for £175, which left Sid with a profit of £50 to donate to a breast cancer charity. Jay salvaged 3 items from the tip in Altrincham. The old terracotta chiminea is now a brand new table. The curtains have become cuddly cushions. And Jay worked his magic on the glassware.
Nothing makes me happier than handing over some money for nothing. 3 items that were destined for landfill are now heading to new homes. Now, what could be better than that?